The 2017 Minnesota Legislature authorized an election grant in the amount of $7 million that would assist counties in purchase of new election equipment. Brown County's share of that was $59,000. Of that, the state guaranteed that 75% match would be made on the purchase of electronic poll books. Brown County will be rolling out electronic rosters in our large polling places in the cities of New Ulm, Sleepy Eye, and Springfield in the 2018 election for the first time. These electronic rosters will prove to be a powerful partner in registering voters. The great thing about the devices is they speed up the check-in process for the election judges on that day. They're a lot more efficient for the voters and help the judges do their jobs without errors. The device will walk the election judge through the entire process of a registration or a roster voter. It is also a great advantage to the county because after the election, we bring these poll pads back to the county and we're able to upload all of the voter history into our state voter registration system, and it's going to save a ton of time and money. One thing the voters will notice when they come to the polling place is that in the past you went to a particular line based on the first letter of your last name. Now you can go to any line that's the shortest, and that poll worker will be able to help you. The poll worker will ask for your name and address, and they will enter the first three characters of your last name and the first two characters of your first name and do a search. And in this case, we're on a test database and we search for George Washington. George Washington has not voted at this point. We will verify that he lives at Gulf Drive. We will accept his address and his voting status, and we're going to submit. The printer will automatically print out a receipt for the voter that indicates the oath that they're required to have, and the voter needs to sign on a piece of paper. One of Minnesota's requirements still is that there's a wet signature for each voter. These are really a simple process for the election judges, and we're confident that our poll workers are going to love them. It's a short learning curve, and we're going to have some training sessions for our election judges so they gain the confidence that they'll need to work efficiently within the polling place. There's a high level of security on these. They're not connected to the internet, and they're not susceptible to the viruses. It is very exciting to be in a position to roll out this type of device. It's not every day that we get to transform election operations. It is not every day that we get to make such a leap forward in technology. It's been a long time, and so there's going to be a lot of process improvement in this next election. In addition to the deployment of iPads, the other thing that New Ulm voters will notice is that they're not going to have may not have their normal polling place to go to. New Ulm is going to consolidate into 4 polling sites: Redeemer Lutheran Church, New Ulm Community Center, New Ulm Civic Center, and Harmon Park Shelter. Voters will be made aware of these polling locations through either notices that will come in the mail, notifications in the paper. It was a collaborative process with our towns and cities to develop an election plan that would provide the necessary security, enhance the voting experience, and contain the costs. We feel that as a team, we were able to reduce the costs involved in conducting an election without sacrificing security and still provide for efficiency within the polling place. So just as a reminder, absentee voting always begins 46 days prior to the election. Statute requires that we offer voters the opportunity to cast their ballots on the Saturday prior to each election as well. My office will be staffed from 10 to 3 on that day as well to accommodate voters. It should be noted that voters who vote absentee the 7 days prior to the election will have a choice of dropping their ballot directly into the vote tabulator. It is our goal in all elections to have our voters engaged and confident in the processes that we have incorporated in our processes in elections in Brown County. We encourage all to go to the polls on election day and cast their ballots. Over 89% of the voters cast a ballot in the 2016 election, and it is always our goal to continue to increase that percentage. Remember, your vote is your voice.